Everybody,
Okay.
Hello.
it's been a while.
Hello.
It's been a while, but we're back. I hope
Yes.
everybody's been doing well.
Mhm.
Well enough.
I have
So,
so much homework.
The life of a student.
mm,
Yes.
Indeed.
so let's do some introductions again, so people know who everybody is.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, let's start with our captain then.
Yes.
I'm Rezo, and I am playing Andromeda Locke, the captain of the ship.
Our ship is named
I'm
the
playing
Cecilia.
Yes, the ship is the Cecilia.
Yes.
I'm Elena. I also go by Munchkin. I'm playing Officer Diana Glynn, and she is the head of the Xenoscience Division. She's also one of the psionic members of the crew.
Mhm. Yep. And I am playing the other psionic member of the crew. I'm Kat, sometimes called the Book Wench. Yeah, so my character is Officer Tayana Jackson, who is, let me just look up her exact role. Yeah, she's the communications officer and also the xenolinguist.
Right. We do, in fact, have two other members of the crew, although one may not be showing up today, who are psionic. Because our captain has recently discovered psionic abilities. Or magic, I guess, technically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Magic
working
abilities.
she's working on it.
But my character is the physical sciences person and the operator, the navigator, and the operator of remote equipment. Her name is Hawk, also known as Anya Prokofiev, and I imagine she's the same rank as the other bridge officers. So,
Yeah.
and she does not like new things. She likes new things, not new people.
a very asocial person. Yeah.
I was just thinking, ship's counselor, introvert.
Well, I don't
patient.
think that's
one new patient at a time.
I don't think that's her role, is it?
No. I was just
No.
thinking that'd be amusing.
Maybe that's something.
Yes, well, Anya was not properly socialized as a child on account of never having been a child.
Yes. She's the one who was decanted
She
from a
is, in
bottle.
fact, 7 years old. Of course, she spent 18 years of her life accelerated in tube because she's a tube baby.
Okay, you know, child labor is going to come in and arrest some people here.
Well, they'd have
Darn
to
it.
arrest some people in Russia, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right. So when we last left off, the group had rescued a station that was run by Hobbs, encountered some Uruk, sent them packing on their way, and just encountered the dvergr.
Yes.
Which has climbed onto your ship and has invited you aboard.
Right.
A rather aggressive invitation, but
no,
it.
The invitation wasn't aggressive.
Okay.
It's just that their method of connecting to other ships is fire torpedoes, which open up into clamps, clamp onto your ship and pull it in close so that you can connect.
Okay.
And
Sorry,
Bell had mentioned that was the nice way to do it because normally the missiles go through the ship and open up on the inside.
Yeah.
And we had
Yep,
gone
so they're being quite polite.
Yeah.
And we had gone to the airlock to greet them.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So
Are we anticipating any trouble? Is Anya using her exosuit, or are we going relatively unarmed?
I say we go unarmed. They seem like nice people.
Okay, so sidearms only.
Because Anya will never accept anything less than sidearms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither did anybody else on any of the shows that we are emulating either.
Yeah, it's true.
Anya is significantly more paranoid than the captain. For good reason. The captain is not paranoid enough.
It's not sufficiently paranoid, no.
I mean, you do have a couple mind readers here, so feel better about that.
One
mind reader.
True. Yeah, that's true. Diana tends to have other different psionic, different psionic focus.
Well, Anya will bring her new toy along because she wants to learn more about this alien technology, and it's been frustrating the hell out of her that she can't get a good read on it yet.
Okay. So, the hatch opens, you walk through the airlock and into the other ship. The first thing that comes to mind when you come into the other ship is you have a lot of room for moving around. Every single hallway, every single room is spacious because these people are about 7 feet tall. And they're blue.
Okay.
So we've encountered the Na'vi.
If the Na'vi were built like bodybuilders, perhaps.
Aren't they?
Not really.
Well,
they're built more like gymnasts. Yeah. So the captain has come out to see you. Big, heavy-set person. The hair is braided down the back, thick beard. Shocking red on blue skin, which looks really weird.
It's very
very high contrast.
Yeah.
So he holds out a huge hand for shaking.
I'll shake his hand.
Welcome to the Forge.
Thank you.
I am Captain Dougal, son of Laren.
I'm Andromeda, daughter of Locke.
Daughter of Locke.
They're now now you've done it. They're gonna get very confused about human gender.
Yes, well, there's only women here, so unless the security officer decided to come along, but I think he stayed on the ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on the ensign.
What? Ensign Bell's not with us? Quick, retreat.
Anyway, so he invites you onto the ship. You see they have the security team, which are carrying. No, they look kind of like canes almost, basically kind of a silver bar, and then just kind of rest their hands on it, and that looks to be their weapon of choice.
So a stave, baton, something like that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, probably has a blaster in the end, so that it's both a physical hand-to-hand weapon and a ranged weapon.
It's a light double axe.
That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You got it in one. Well done.
You turn it on, the 2 crescents come out.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're getting very like fantasy dwarf / giant sort of vibes here. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So he leads you through the halls. The inside of the ship is actually fairly warm.
Well, he did say, "Welcome to the Forge."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's like, so we've heard a little bit about you, not too much though. How did you get out here?
I do love telling the story. Well,
Yeah.
we sampled light from a distant star, And then we just basically punched a hole between it and the other one and shot right through it.
She says this all so casually.
You punched a hole through the star.
No, through the light.
Interesting.
Mm.
Oh,
Diana is very pointedly not giggling the way that I am giggling.
Mhm.
all right. Well, let's take you up to the bridge.
Thank you.
So your group is brought up to the
And my
bridge.
dragonette is just exploring.
So
I hope
the
it doesn't
lift
get
itself
lost.
is an obsidian disc. You think it's metal.
Oh yeah.
You stand on it. There's kind of a buildup of pressure, then it just lifts. When you get to the top, the hatch opens. You go through. The bridge is rustic in a way. It's made to be practical, not very necessarily comfortable.
This lift
Yeah.
it's completely open on all sides.
More or less, yeah.
Guardrails are for cowards.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So the chairs themselves are a bit blocky. They've got basically like quilts put onto them to give at least a little bit of cushion. The control boards have runes on them, and you can actually see like runic text on the screen.
Mhm.
Yeah, unlike the kind of
Oh.
holo projection thing that the Ace Today do, this is like built into the wall itself.
Oh, and yeah, there's text. So, time for me to analyze the text.
Okay. It's showing, distance to various points, communications coming through, things like that.
This is mostly so that I will have more ease of translating later.
Mm-hmm. So
So this language seems to be relatively easy for you to translate compared to some of the other ones we've had.
Or Kit's just letting me pass without rolling.
yeah, you're getting used to this kind of stuff.
Okay.
I was interested the way you were describing the text.
Yeah.
These look like symbols coming out of the wall.
Yes. Basically, you have the screen, which is an indentation.
Okay.
The view is almost like a topographical map. So you have like indentation, and then things that are supposed to stand out kind of rise up a little bit, and the text basically kind of just lifts out.
Oh,
Okay.
neat.
Very cool.
Huh.
So the wall actually is shaping itself into these symbols.
Correct.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So
cool.
like a vertical kind of like a vertical version of the sand tables in Wakanda.
Yeah, sure, we can go with that.
Or perhaps a little more like molten metal than grainy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot closer.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like you can see it's space because the screen has color, but it's kind of like it's built on layers as opposed to just being a flat screen.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so like if you see the planet is just a little bit raised up over the space, which is the background. If there's a ship that's even closer, it's raised up a little bit further.
Well, Anya is just going to passively be scanning and recording stuff as we go along. Because right now we are in meet and greet mode, and she's not actively looking at her scanning device all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll take recordings, so she'll get back to looking at it later.
Okay.
Okay.
So Captain Dougal introduces the crew, and then says, "So, you were part of the team that went into the Hobbs station there."
Yes.
Indeed.
That's correct.
So you claimed it as salvage.
quite. We actually intend to get in contact with the Hobbs and negotiate its return to them.
Hmm.
Likely for
There's
a
a lot of good
price.
material there.
And I'm sure they'll make excellent use of it once they have their property back.
So what are you listing as your price?
Could possibly be a favor.
A favor?
Favors
For an entire
can be,
station.
favors can be quite valuable if it's on a government level.
Hmm,
True.
I see.
That's
see-
that's true. Extended contract for services on that station would be a pretty valuable thing. That would definitely pay itself off over time.
Imagine when we first got out into the stars, we found ourselves in contact with the Aeshidae. Found out that some of our ancestors foolishly made a treaty that said we could not explore beyond the boundaries of our own system. If they were to insist on renegotiating that and trying to put that on us again, having the Hobbs owe us a favor might actually be worth it. They may speak on our behalf.
Well, I don't know much about this treaty. How about we take you to our capital ship?
You have a capital ship?
Yes, we have a capital ship.
This isn't it?
Oh,
Diana glares at the captain,
This is
joking around.
this is a beautiful ship. Just thought.
yeah. Thank you. Yes, it is. But no, this does not have enough space for the entire clan.
Oh, you all live on your capital ship. It's a capital ship, not a capital ship.
Yes.
Okay. Now I understand.
It's a ship that is a capital rather than a
Do
capital ship.
you need clarification for those terms?
No, I'm good, thanks.
I meant them, Captain.
Oh. Excuse me.
Basically, the ship that you serve on is what matters. So our capital ship is effectively the home for our clans and is our seat in the parliament.
Oh.
Each capital ship represents one seat.
Well, I would definitely take you up on that offer, but I'd like to stay near our prize for now. How about that dinner you offered?
That we can do. To the mess. To the mess. About half the crew that are on the bridge go with you.
Nice.
Thankfully, you can actually squeeze into the lift with them. The lift is large enough.
Without falling off the edges.
Yeah, without falling off the edges. Of course, your
We do
chest
have a
height to
telekinetic
everyone.
with us.
True.
Yeah. So the lift going down is a sudden drop and a slow deceleration. So
Yeah, Diana's just floating herself. Thank you very much.
when the hatch opens, it takes you to another hallway. Security guards, stand at attention as you guys go through. Captain. So when I say hatch, this is kind of literal. The doors are kind of, rectangular with curved sides, and a central thing which basically turns and then the door opens.
Like a submarine.
Kind of like a submarine, yes. Only you don't have to touch the door for it to open. It opens and locks itself.
That's cool.
Going to put through in advance that when we get to the mess hall and the food is served, Diana is going to very discreetly verify that none of the foods contain things that would be toxic to humans. Also
Smart.
the drinks.
Yeah.
Definitely
the drinks are alcohol.
Too.
No. Figured that.
Yeah. Are they alcohol in such high concentrations that anyone here would drop dead upon
No.
imbibing them? That is the question.
No,
Because
no,
that's
it's not
happened
that
already once.
bad. So, you're brought in. You hear the sound of cooks and stuff in the back doing their work. The sound of live animals pining for the fjords.
Nice.
Oh, what, their slaughterhouse is like right there?
In the kitchen, yes.
Dude. Oh, wow. Okay,
I'm
so they
assuming
like
their
their
mess hall looks like a clan hall from the Viking Age.
Fairly close. A lot more stonework than woodwork.
Hmm.
And most of the stonework looks like it's been shaped in some form, as opposed to carved.
Neat.
Diana has to physically restrain her fire lizard from going after the smell of blood and entrails.
Yeah,
She'll negotiate for scraps for him in a minute.
I hope you
So
all don't mind meat.
Not at all.
It seems
No.
to be fine.
Excellent.
So apparently, so it sounds like they like their meat to be a lot more fresh than humans do. Okay.
I mean, this is how humans did it long ago, so.
Actually, depends on the food. Like a lot of the time, sorry for the digression here. There's actually quite a case to be made for like humankind, the scavenger, because most of the time, most animals, we don't tend to eat them like straight after they're slaughtered. It's like hang them to drain for a while, and well, I won't get into a disgusting detail from a really old recipe, but like yeah, it tends to be that humans seem to like a little bit of a carrion tang to things.
Hang the quail by the neck until it separates from the body. That's when you know it's ready.
That one, yeah. I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah. Don't know how squeamish some of our listeners might be.
I mean, I remember hearing about a recipe from the far north of the world. I don't remember which specific culture it was, where they took puffins and stuffed them and then left them in a hole in the ground for a year.
Oh God, yeah. Yep. That
And it was a delicacy.
yeah, that one anime, the I think it was like Will Do the Brewing, that one, the one about all the
I'm
bacteria.
not talking about an anime. I'm talking about a real world dish.
Oh yeah, but it was touched upon in this one anime I saw some of.
Yeah, they talked about different ways of fermentation and
Yeah.
how to use microbes.
Yeah, that one with all the microbes.
So long as you cook it well enough afterwards, it's probably okay.
I don't know
Anyway.
if it was cooked afterwards.
Okay, now we're definitely going to get into some of our viewers might be squeamish territory, so possibly back to the game.
And I was going to talk about Lutefisk.
Anyway, yes, okay. Yeah, so they like their meat a lot more fresh than most humans do. Okay.
How do you like your meat?
Medium well.
Rare.
Usually medium well means a little bit pink in the middle, but not red.
Diana goes into the explanations about this stuff.
Yeah.
But the red's the best part.
Take it to the fire, let it scream in agony, and then bring it to me.
Do not.
There we go. I like how you think. Well done.
So you like steak bleu. Got it.
Yeah.
I'll try it however the chef recommends.
All right then. So he calls out.
Diana will accompany them to make sure that it's at levels that are physiologically safe for humans.
Good idea. Sorry, hun, we interrupted you.
We have some very good hydroponics here. There is no parasites.
Oh, excellent. Mhm.
So, he asks you a bit about your home world, your travels. He talks a bit about his clanship, the places they've been to. He's like, there's nothing like flying into a gas giant to mine.
Hmm.
Last time we did that, the ship was crushed. That's why
Unfortunate.
That's why we're so short.
That's why we
nowadays.
tend to use probes these days, Captain.
So, did you die?
Oh no.
The proper answer, nudge, nudge, is to say, yeah, I did.
I went to the
That's
gates of Valhalla, stared in. They didn't like me, so I came back.
Nice.
Oh, you know of the Valkyrie division.
Of course. They're my
We-
favorite.
Stories were passed down.
Yeah, he's giving you a look
Yeah, it's
at
like,
that.
what?
He's like,
Are you joking about the Valkyrie division?
so you don't want to go see them then?
Right now? No.
Let's eat first.
So, food comes out. You're given rather large tankards. The meat is fairly thick slabs and fairly large pieces.
Mhm.
It comes with a kind of a mushroom sauce that's mixed with some alcohol. There's a glaze on the meat. You got like potatoes, the kind of strange shaped potatoes, but they kind of look like potatoes. They're kind of long and tapered off at the end a bit.
Mhm.
But
So,
the crew just gets down and starts eating.
okay, so long
Okay.
as Diana gives us the okay, Anya will dig in.
It's safe.
Anya will try it.
Yeah.
Hers is she asked for rare, so
The captain will dig
What
in.
cutlery do we have?
What you have a knife.
Okay.
all right.
Diana's is going to slice off a piece, stab the piece with the knife, and put it in her mouth.
Mhm. Mhm.
And cut it into slices and just like pick it up with my fingers.
Apparently, the captain's not allowed to have the potatoes.
No?
What?
Comment from the peanut gallery.
Not allowed to have potatoes?
Yeah, the captain can't have the potatoes.
I
Okay.
guess you're stuck without potatoes there, Captain. You just got meat.
Oh, and mushrooms.
Oh, and we may have our other player on at some point soon.
Oh,
So,
that's good.
yeah. He says he's on a phone call. Yeah.
All right then.
Which may be something. Well, maybe something urgent. He has not said.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So, there is a lot of toasting during the meal. Whenever you mention like an accomplishment or something that they find interesting, there's a toast. Whenever the
Okay.
captain mentions something interesting,
Small
there's a
sips
toast.
with the toasts.
I'll pretend
Diana would like to keep her faculties tonight.
I'll pretend to take bigger gulps than I'm actually taking.
Sip.
Yeah, you could. Yep.
It's like Belcher's Bluff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Don't know if anyone here other than Zed gets that reference.
Oh, I get that reference. That was fun.
Oh, okay. Then it may be. I thought it was. Okay, never mind.
It's from a game.
It's
Oh,
a drinking game.
Yeah. Specifically, it's a drinking game in an RPG.
I see. Okay.
So, yeah. After a bit, some bread has come out, piping hot and fresh. It's got kind of a garlic on the top of it, and it has been braided.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And covered in oil. So,
You know,
Okay.
Captain,
Yes.
I have an interesting technique you may wish to pass along to your chefs. Helps you marble the meat. It's an aging process where you cover it in a sauce and then pack it away in a cold space for over a year. It's
A
very
year.
delicious. Very delicious.
Interesting.
Mm.
All right.
Oh.
Well, you can talk to the chef later. I'm sure they'd find this interesting. They'd be curious about your cuisine. What do we call you anyway?
Oh, we're humans.
We call ourselves humans.
Oh, humans.
You've heard of us?
Oh yeah, we have lots of fairy tales about the humans.
Really?
Diana looks over to Taya and is like, we've got fairy tales about them. They probably have fairy tales about us.
Uh-huh.
You're a lot taller than I expected.
We were thinking the same thing.
We have stories of the wee folk, all tricksy and stuff like this, and playing pranks and everything.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's our stories of the Aes Sedai.
Hmm. It just occurred to me like, okay, these aren't dwarves, they're Jotun.
No, they're dwarves.
They're sort
Okay.
of both.
Mm.
Jotuns are a bit bigger, if you ever encounter them.
Okay, well, all right.
The dwarves in comparison to the Jotuns.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking also about the things Scandinavia and the world has mentioned about like Jotuns are often translated as giants, but they're not necessarily actually that big. They're just like they are powerful nature spirits. Sometimes they manifest in giant forms, but like not always.
Remember the giant in was it no, it wasn't Thor Ragnarok. I think it was Infinity War when Thor had to get the axe made.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
One-
dwarf.
One played by Peter
Okay.
Dinklage.
Yeah,
Surtur
Okay.
in Ragnarok was the giant.
Yeah.
he was a Jotun. The frost
But I
giants
mean-
were also large, but yeah, I mean, Peter Dinklage's character was huge.
Yeah. Now, I mean, gotta also keep in mind, like, Marvel chose to go very specifically their own way as far as
Oh,
mythology
yes.
goes, and like
Yeah.
that's a perfectly legitimate artistic choice.
Yeah, but that's not the first time I've seen the Norse
Mhm.
dwarves being giants.
Okay. Totally fair.
So
Mhm.
back to this, however.
Mhm.
Yes, so you get to have a nice meal. The chairs are a little bit large for you, so they do offer booster seats. Basically boxes.
You said they were
Sure.
7 feet tall. That's not that much taller.
Yeah, they're kind of playing it up a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, you're getting, about that much extra space so that you're actually up at the table.
Diana can just sit on her own legs.
Yeah.
Or she can just levitate herself up 4 inches.
Mm.
Actually, you know what? She's doing that one. She's levitating herself up 4 inches to
Yeah,
eat at this table.
I can just imagine you showing off. You're levitating there. The fork is just kind of floating up to your mouth. Oh, no fork. The knife is just floating up to your mouth. The cup comes up and sips for you, or the liquid comes up like in a straw shape.
All the while, she's just sort of twirling her hand to actually make it happen.
Yeah.
Like Mewtwo
Okay.
in the first Pokemon movie.
So,
I'll take the damn booster seat.
what kind of music do you have?
Oh, the genres of music we have on Earth are just far out there. I think the ones you would
That's-
probably like would be heavy metal.
I'm going to have to hear some of this.
Good.
Yep.
You like. Beep.
Take out device.
Dubstep,
Yep.
Lo-fi.
Anya definitely knows her heavy metal.
Anya
Bardic's
is
trying to
definitely
kill
rude
me.
enough for heavy metal.
She's definitely on point tonight.
Her last name is Prokofiev, so she knows all kinds of bombastic stuff.
Excellent.
Hey, yeah, we have 5 more watchers, and there's going to be a free RPG giveaway.
Like,
Ooh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I did spread the link around a little bit, so I mean that's something.
Mhm.
So, now hopefully we'll get another 5, and then we'll get a draw. So if you're watching, invite some friends.
And I mean, it's not that many people. You've got a good chance at winning the draw.
Yeah. So anyway, you discuss arts, crafts, music.
Various bits and pieces of culture.
Yeah. Now, welcome, Mage. That's Akila.
Where are we?
In the comments.
Oh, okay, which I can't see.
Yeah.
Righty.
Oh, okay. Yay, got it right. Okay, so after the meal, he sends you off to if you want to talk to the chef for a bit and exchange recipes.
Okay. I will go and talk about the glories of aged meat.
Okay.
I've heard that works really well if you do vacuum sealing.
It can. Some of the ones I saw, they just wrapped it in aluminum foil and was done with it.
Yeah. There was the one that Stephen Colbert had, which was meat that was cooking at room temperature for a month.
That was the vacuum sealing. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, these ones, they pull them out. They like shave the outside of them and then stick them straight on a grill.
Nice.
Yeah. And they usually do like whiskey baths or bourbon baths with like brown sugar and stuff like that.
Ooh, neat.
Okay, that sounds interesting. I'm not one for alcohol, but that does sound interesting.
Well, yeah,
If
but
Diana did not see any cheeses at the meal, she will also talk about how cheeses work.
Okay.
Since they've got a whole live preparation thing, they might not have cheeses.
Mm.
Well,
It'll take a while to make.
Okay,
Yep,
so
and require bacteria.
you are sharing recipes with the chefs. The chefs are very much into the glazes and the what's the word for it now?
Marinades.
That's it. Yeah, they're into the glazes and marinades. Okay,
They
so
should be pretty comfortable with the captain's suggestions then,
yep.
because it would be right up there what they're used to.
Mm-hmm. So afterwards, they take you through the tour of the ship. You get to see the hall, which is where they drink and play games, and fight.
Nice. I'm gonna trade
I mean,
them some.
it's not Norse mythology without a good wrestle.
Damn right.
I'm gonna trade them some fresh pineapples from our ship.
All right.
They're making marinades. They might not have pineapple or a substitute for it. I will. I'll give them some fresh pineapple and tell them how to use it to make a pineapple marinade.
All right. They offer some of their fruit in exchange.
I know. Very cool.
Yeah.
Fine. The best.
Yeah. Best. All right. Next, they will bring you down to the lower levels, which is where their fighter ships are. Yeah.
Mhm.
So their fighter ships are effectively torpedoes.
We heard about these from Ensign Bell.
Yeah, they look very sharp. They have a hatch on the side. Crew goes in, closes it up, launches it out, opens up, and they just board. And then
Do
they
you have any fire support?
Oh yes, we have fire support.
Excellent.
So they will introduce it to the Valkyries. The Valkyries are a bit taller. Not as bulky and stocky as the others are. They're taller, a bit leaner. Their muscle is a lot, leaner. They're built for basically quick fighting.
Yeah, a bit more corded than necessarily.
Yeah.
Speed and agility.
Yeah. Runner / javelin thrower versus the weightlifter type builds. So he walks up and says, "So these are the Valkyrie."
It's an honor to meet you.
Well, the Valkyries look down. Ace today? No. Human.
Nope.
He kind of looks at you. Why
We're
is you a little
new.
smaller?
Yeah,
heard.
we thought you'd be the same.
So, what brings humans way out here? I didn't even know humans existed. I thought they were just fairy tales.
Well, your kind were passed down as stories in our world as well. It is a wonder to meet you again.
Well, again?
Metaphorically speaking.
Okay. Yeah, I can accept that. So, what brings you this far out? They're exploring. Good.
Yeah.
Seen anything interesting?
Plenty.
We saw this
If-
space station that was
nobody-
disappeared.
Yeah, if nobody else is volunteering the full story, then Diana will give a brief spiel about having basically seen, not herself, but one of the crew having seen this vision and just deciding to go investigate. And a brief bit about the whole misadventure aboard the ship.
Bardic responds, "We humans, we small." All right. So, yeah, the Valkyries will show you around their ships. Mention basically their typical method of dealing with enemy ships. And they said, though, we don't go up against the Aes Sedai if we can help it.
I'm gonna lean over
Their
to.
ships explode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Tiana and be like, "Hey, do you sense any around here, by the way?"
I'll do a little bit of a scan.
What are you looking for?
If there are any Aes Sedai around here
Make a roll.
hiding. Okay. So that would be, that's the weird. So 4 + 1. So let's see, how, you will have to remind me, I'm sorry, how do these
So
things
you're rolling
work again?
D8s.
Okay, yeah, and it's roll 5d8.
You roll a D8 equal to the attribute you're using.
Okay, under weird, I've got 4, and then I've got +1.
Okay, so the
is that
+1 is for
rolling
your
5?
specialty.
Yeah.
What's your specialty?
That would be the telepathy. Yeah, psionics telepathy.
Then yes, you'd be
I
rolling
think.
5.
Okay. Sorry, again, and the whole dyscalculia for any viewers who don't know or have forgotten. Makes these things makes these things a little difficult for me.
Okay. Well, make your roll. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay.
No, just type in 5d8.
I see. Every channel is different for these things. Okay. So
you're going first. How do you want to capture?
So it's capture pairs, right?
Sets? You can do sets, or it's just 1 versus 1.
Okay, well, I've got a 7, 2 6s, a 3, and a 2.
So I presume you'd want to have the 7 catch the 6?
Sure.
Okay. They will use the 8 to catch your 6. Your second 6 can catch their 5. Their 7 can catch your other 6.
I see. You did the roll first. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
They're
So
hiding
6 to
pretty
6,
well.
6 to 5. Yeah. It looks like they're going to have more successes than you are.
So
So
uh
what happens is you kind of you think you pick up a few traces of something, but you can't pinpoint them because they're just too damn slippery. You're not even positive that you've caught something, but you think you may have.
okay. So yeah. Uh, Diana looks up, her eyes go slightly unfocused. She frowns for a moment and then looks at the captain and just shakes her head slightly.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because you did have successes, which means you succeeded in the task. It's just there's a whole lot of complications working against you.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. So, as we go, yep, the Valkyries will give you a tour of the basically the hangar for the ships. The ships are tethered by rather thick cables. The cables themselves are thicker than you are tall, because these have to be able to go out, hook onto a ship, and pull the ship back, or at least pull back the spear, which, by the way, is what they call those things. That's their spears.
Okay.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
I don't call them javelins.
They're thinking more like Gungnir than anything.
Hmm.
Oh no, we lost a viewer.
Shuffled off the mortal coil, did they?
Yeah.
Or at least their internet did.
All right. So with that all done, you've been given the tour. The captain brings you back. Says, so you want to stay by the hangar, by the station?
Yes, that would be a good thing.
All right then.
At least until the hobs show up.
That
We
might be
can
a while.
otherwise make direct contact with them.
How long are we talking?
Well, the Hobbs, so a couple of
Which
weeks.
means, oh,
A
okay.
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've got one of theirs stuck inside of a data crystal.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, the poor soul was discorporeated. We're hoping to be able to remedy the issue, but the preferable method would require the Hobbs' permission, so to say.
Mm,
We have alternatives, but they're less ideal.
I see.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd want a body made by us.
We can always give him a sleeve.
Yes,
We'd
but
have to make the
again,
body anyway. The question is it his own species?
Yeah, and
Because presumably his original one is no longer living.
well, and if we made one, he might not be able to use any of his magic. I mean, I presume they have magic, and there might be some problems.
Well, if we could get a genetic sample, we might be able to skirt that issue, but that would require, well,
Hobbs.
let's hope they don't cremate their dead.
I mean, his body would probably be floating in the vacuum of space someplace.
We could probably
Yeah.
find some genetics. We just don't know if it would be his.
Also, when it comes to our synth sleeves, we may get Instant Bell to help us, since magic seems to be connections. You know, maybe he can make the proper connections within the synth body for our Hob friend to still be able to use magic.
By the way, the Hobbs do not cremate their dead.
Oh, good.
They mummify them off and sell off the parts.
Like Frankie.
Like who?
She makes you'll have to pardon the captain, she makes a lot of references to fiction.
Mm.
Old fiction of ours.
I suppose it doesn't matter what part of the remains we acquire, so long as it has genetic material.
Viable genetic material.
Mhm.
If they mummify
Viable
it,
was implied.
Yes.
Mhm.
Effectively, what they do is they bury the body in peat until it is mummified. Then they sell them off as basically relics to the family members to remember the person by, and they throw a celebration along the way.
Okay. Uh,
very pragmatic.
Yeah.
Every culture has its own
yeah.
choices of how to deal with mortality, I suppose.
And I mean, and Tayana's thinking to herself, well, considering that in the supposedly enlightened Victorian England, they were like eating and drinking dried mummies all the damn time, like not gonna say anything.
And that's how an entire generation became cursed.
It's
And also probably,
explained.
died of a billion diseases.
I don't think that was actually a thing. Though who knows? Like I don't think any bacteria would have been able to stay in the corpse for that long.
Nope.
Every culture has their own way of dealing with the dead, and they're all weird.
Yes,
Hmm.
they
And,
kind of are.
And it only stopped because they ran out of mummies. No lie.
Yeah, it's true.
So
I
yeah,
mean, like,
basically,
evolutionarily speaking, having any form of corpse around is kind of antithetical to humans. So we deal with our dead however we must.
so the way that the dvergr explain it is that the Hobbs are very cutthroat when it comes to making profits. And that includes selling off the parts of the dead, which is basically, the ceremony is basically, this is their last chance for the dead person to actually turn a profit.
That's hilarious.
And then they supposedly use that profit to get them into the afterlife.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, because you want to be quite wealthy in the afterlife because there's so much interesting stuff there.
Ferengi tradition.
Uh-huh.
You got to buy your way into the divine treasury.
Oh no, that's not how they do it. They want it. Think more like a leprechaun. It's you go into the afterlife wealthy so that you can buy all the stuff and have a lot of amazing adventures.
Well, I mean, that's I was going to say there's a bit of there's a certain amount of the Chinese idea of hell money and stuff there too.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Only in this case, you make it yourself, even though you're dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like my family cared enough to sell off my remains, so that's doing me good in the afterlife.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that works.
50 units of vacuum sealed desiccated quark.
You know, we can always take you to one of the Hob stations.
That might be that might be the thing to do.
We would need to leave a probe here to keep an eye on the situation, of course.
Of course, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go back up to the bridge. So you go back to the bridge. The bridge crew are in a much more better spirits, considering they just had a huge meal and lots of drink. So, hey, where's the closest Underhill? No, one moment, Captain. Tap 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 tap. Bam! Tap, tap, tap,
I
tap, tap,
wonder
tap.
if they do this with every meal or if it's just the ones with company. Like, okay, it's lunchtime. Lunchtime.
So they pinpoint Underhill. They said, "Well, send out your probe. We'll take
Okay.
you there."
We'll contact
Anya
the ship.
will go ahead and send a command back to the Cecilia
Mm-hmm.
and order the launch of the probe.
We claim the station in the name of the humans.
They stole the station. I told you the humans were nothing but thieves. Just like in the
We're
legends.
claiming it for now, just until it can be returned. We're claiming it so that nobody can scrap it.
Yeah.
We get back
So,
and
like-
it's going to be scrapped. Somebody's going to be.
And then we have to fight them. And,
All right. All right. Set the jump for Underhill. Jumping prepared, Captain. Runes start to appear in space in front of the ship, forming a circle.
Okay,
Ooh,
I'm
neat.
definitely keeping an eye on how this works.
Yeah,
With
they're
my
kind of
special
red.
tech.
They're almost like they're on fire, and yeah, they're out in front of the ship. Once the circle is complete, it starts to rotate, and then they do a smaller circle on the inside. And when that is finished, it jumps. The inner circle jumps out, and you kind of basically have a tunnel, and then the ship just flies down the tunnel.
Nice.
I'm hearing another voice.
That's my
Yeah,
mother.
that was kind of distracting. Okay,
Apologies.
it
Okay.
happens. Okay, so you head through the tunnel, and you come out the other side to, well, there's a sun, there's some planets, and you're in orbit around one of the planets.
Mhm.
This says,
Now, the Cecilia is still attached to the ship, right?
yes,
Okay.
do not leave
We'll
your ship
dump
behind.
we'll dump another gate, or not a gate, a buoy here,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can know where we are and communicate back to the previous system.
The humans littering all over the galaxy.
Place their probes very strategically so that they won't mess up anything.
Yeah. So, send a signal to Underhill. Tap, 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 tap. Bam! Tap, 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 tap. Signal sent. There's a pause. And a station just kind of folds out of nowhere.
Oh, neat.
Diana leans over to Taeon and is like, remember, emphasize commerce.
Now we know.
Yeah, they're contacting us. No, put
Be
them on
back in
screen.
a little bit.
So the big screen basically goes flat and then raises up in the image of a hob. And you got little people milling behind it and all this other stuff. And the colors start to come in.
Mhm.
And the hob looks like a cheerful looking woman. She says, Captain, it's been a while. I'm here for another, I didn't know it was gaming night already. No,
Nice.
no, you're not robbing me tonight. You have humans. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there like a spray or something for that? No.
That's
We have.
That's why we're
actual
here.
humans.
like, yeah, hi.
Wow, actual humans. I heard some rumors from the Ace of Day that they encountered them, but they're a lot taller than I expected.
So
And you're
we
a lot
hear.
shorter.
Right. So, what brings you here? Well, I'll have them explain it. Do you mind if they come aboard? Hide the silverware.
Yeah, do they have any
Sure, of
diseases?
course. We'd be happy to have them aboard. All right. So the ship kind of drifts down, slides over to the over to their ship. It says, "You might want to get onto your ship so that you could connect."
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Thanks for the ride.
Not a problem. It's nice having you aboard. You're quite fun.
Same to
Hey.
you.
You want to join us for game night?
Depends. What are the stakes?
Whatever you're willing to lose.
Oh,
If you can't
are we
afford to
willing
lose
to
it, you don't
lose?
put it on the table.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Also depends on the game.
Dice.
Oh, just dice?
Dice and runes. Yeah.
Sounds good enough.
Hmm.
Of course,
Right.
you do know that we cheat, right?
Of course. The stories of your cheating is legendary.
Okay. As long as you're well aware.
Send them a cake for their ship. Hey, Captain.
All right.
So you get to your ship, and by the time you get there, there are 3 kegs, large metal containers, waiting for you.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Put this in the fridge. Bang, bang.
Hmm.
All right. So the crew moves into the bridge. So we're going to do something a little bit different at the moment.
Okay.
We're swapping down to the crew.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to downscale to the crew time. So,
Mhm.
the command staff are off the ship hanging out with the dvergr. The crew can actually see out the windows. It's like this big, massive metal ship, which is all like sharp angles and feels like it weighs a ton.
$5
Multiple
Oh,
bucks.
it does many tons
Yeah.
because it's a spaceship.
Yeah. But space. Yeah.
So, do you have anybody among your crew that you want to interact with?
Well, I'm playing the helper robots, so whatever's going on, the helper robot's probably there.
Anybody else?
At what
Mm.
time point is this taking place along with everything that we just did?
This would be around the time that the PCs are at meal and talking and basically exchanging culture.
Okay.
So the command crew has been
So
gone for at least an hour.
Hmm.
somebody from the science crew has probably gone to bother Ensign Bell again.
Perfect. All right, so
They want more DNA samples.
Ensign Bell is on the bridge, just kind of sitting there, almost looking bored. They're probably eating.
My helper robot has the tray with the equipment.
Looks over.
I think this
Another sample?
particularly I think that this particularly ambitious crew member might be trying to figure out if they can find the genetic basis for magic.
Ooh, there we go.
I only have so much blood in my system, right?
Starts arguing that they don't need blood, it's just a cheek swab. Don't be so
And now I'm remembering a bit from Killjoys where the scientist, one of the scientists is like yeah, take off your shirt. I need a DNA sample. So like the guy takes off his shirt. She kind of gives him an admiring look up and down, and then like hands him a thing to swab his cheek. Actually, I need to run to the bathroom, so I'll just take this opportunity.
Okay, we will take a short break then.
That break in
Oh, I meant
progress.
people can continue with brew stuff anyway.
Oh, no, we'll take a short break so we can talk with our viewers. So, in the last month, Fool's Moon Entertainment has released a number of new books. Most of them are print on demand now. We have the Advanced Story Point System, which is what our game Fox Magic was built from. And this game system is made to be open source. Any setting that you want to make, the engine is built to adapt to what you want for your setting. It's built to adapt to the kind of rules you want to use with your setting, the kind of character sheet you want to have, what kind of attributes, special abilities. It is very modular in this way. And the core engine is built so that regardless of the kind of settings you make, the settings are all going to be cross-compatible. You can play your characters from one game setting and another game setting, even with different attributes. They will all interlock. Of course, we have First Contact, which is also print on demand if you want it. This is our space exploration RPG. We're making a generic engine for it called the Set Engine 6810 because that's what the dice are used. We'll be doing other settings using the 6810 engine, and the specialty of the 6810 engine is that it's made to play on 3 separate levels. For example, with First Contact, it's made for crew level, command staff, and starship. For one that we're doing in the future, it is going to be gods, demigods, and heroes. You could do a superhero setting, which is street level, medium, and then the high end galactic level superhero play. We also have the Mare Fantasy books, the Player's Guide and the Game Master Guide coming out on print on demand. And we're going to have a new adventure for Fox Magic, which will be coming out on print on demand, called Fox Dreams of a New Year. So yeah, we've been kind of busy the last month and change. This is all up on Drive-Thru RPG, and we're going to have a few other distributors which are going to own it. we will be giving off links to those distributors as we get the books out. So, anybody else want to add anything?
I was wondering actually if we are going to be doing a Halloween stream with Koromori Hill this year.
We could do that. Actually, I would not be adverse to it. I would prefer if somebody else ran it this time, but I could run it again.
That is on a Tuesday night. Is that going to be a huge problem?
On a Tuesday night? Let's see. Well, no, I could just
going on, but yeah.
I could bump a game for that. Yeah, Mage. Building games engines are kind of my thing. I really like I was told by if you know who John Wick is, the game designer, he told me at one point that rather than trying to twist a game setting to a game engine, the game engine should be adapted to the setting, which is why my advanced story point system is built the way it is. It's like with the 6.8.10 engine. I don't think. Oh, you have. Oh, you went up on me. Apparently, Mage has actually met John Wick. Yeah, we talked to each other quite a few times. Actually, I gave him a free copy of the advanced story point system. Gave him the PDF. Anyway, so yeah, the reason I did that is because he's the one who told me, to build an engine to match your setting, which led directly into the building of the advanced story point system. And while the advanced story point system is made to adapt to pretty much anything, something like the 6.8.10 engine is more particular since it's made for 3 levels of play, and not every game setting is going to have that kind of breakdown, so it wouldn't work, But yeah, we're making them both open source so people can make their own game settings with those engines, and then if we like them, our company publishes it. So if you have a game setting you want to work on, let us know. We can help you with it, and we can get it out the door. Oh, you want a copy of 7th Sea Mage? Nice.
I wish I could see the chat.
Yeah. Mage says that they write for Hidden Worlds.
Very cool.
Yeah. My wife and I, we did the editing and proofreading for Houses of the Blooded. And I was lucky enough to get my name into Legend of the Five Rings.
I've only got my my name on one source book that's ever been published, and that was Koromori Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, you helped with the maps.
There's another one in the works that's going to have my name on it, but it won't be the main focus until after Fox Dreams of the New Year is published.
Yeah. The second draft, by the way, for that is finished, Elena.
Oh, I'll give it a look.
Yeah, I tweaked it a little bit for the location, but I think it came out really well. And what I actually did was I wound up taking a look at Japan for the area where the shrine is supposed to be and taking a look at the streets. So I actually picked out the specific place where the foxes go to get into the other side.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, House of the Blood was really cool. I love the setting. Unfortunately, I don't like the Fate engine. The Fate engine is a good engine for certain styles of play, but it doesn't match my play style. That being said, it was still really good.
My favorite engine so far has been the 2D20 system from Modiphius.
Modiphius does some pretty good engines, yeah.
I will say sometimes it can get a little confusing with Star Trek because it uses the Star Trek departments and disciplines and stuff like that to try to figure out, okay, so what do you do for this particular style of role? But other than that, I think it's spot on.
Yeah. My favorite game engine, not counting the ones that I vote because that's bias, is the roll and keep system. Like the Legend of the Five Rings, the 7th Sea game engine, I really liked the roll and keep system. I thought it was very, very different and quite fun.
Yeah, I've recently come up with a setting I need to like start writing down so that I can maybe come up with an engine for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love writing game engines. Somebody can tell me, it's like, okay, so this is what I want, and I'll be like, 5 minutes later, okay, here's a rough draft of the game engine for you.
Yeah. Advanced Story Point system is probably my favorite pen and paper system, but I have been playing it on and off for 10 years, so.
And once we get the third Fox Magic adventure out, I will be working on Wyvern some more. And for the people who don't know, which is pretty much everybody, Wyvern is set in a game world which the Fool's Moon Company was made originally for. The original setting was called Fool's Moon, so but the name I actually wanted for the company had been taken, so we just switched to Fool's Moon. But in this, you play Wyverns, which are kind of like spies, secret police, and assassins that work for dragon overlords in the modern age. So part of it is that you build your pack of Wyvern. Then the group chooses what dragon they serve under, which acts kind of like it uses the faction rules from ASPs. So the dragon sends you out on your assignments. The type of dragon you have gives you special abilities and things that you can call on while you're out on your assignment. Bardic say, "You had me at dragon overlords."
So are these human recruits?
No. No, these are the Wyverns. You're playing the Wyverns, which
They are proper wyverns then.
think anthropomorphic reptilians with cobra hoods. And basically they have the tail comes from the back of the neck, comes down along their spine, and comes out in a stinger.
They can disguise themselves as humans, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a certain breed of Wyvern. They're kind of patterned after rattlesnakes. So even in human mode, when they get pissy, their hair braid actually does the death rattle. If you like super simple game engines with a bit of a twist, you might want to look at Widdershins, which the second edition that is coming out soon is called Keepsakes, where you play awakened toys. The toys got lost, came to life, and decided they were going to protect humanity from the things in the dark. Depending on how you want to play it, it can be light and sweet, very Care Bear type stuff, or you can play it on the far end, which is where you get into things like Chucky, where the PCs are trying to hunt down evil dolls that want to slaughter everything in their path. They have the fair folk, they have boogeymen, they have the inklings, which are adorable little shadow beings. Yeah. All right, so we have everybody back. We can get back to the game, I think.
Yes.
So, yes, we were talking about the lower decks, and somebody wants to get a DNA sample off of Belle.
Another one.
Yes, another one. So, should I go back to the med bay then?
They brought a swab kit with them.
Loving it.
They
Okay.
came prepared.
And they are, once they have acquired this extra sample again, they will be zooming back down to the med bay to try to resequence again, because it is really hard to know what is the actual important stuff when you've only got one gene sequence to work with.
It's very important. Yep, that's true.
Sigh. Okay, so that was the interlude. So the command staff get back onto the ship. The station is floating out there.
All right.
Ensign Bell might have Diana have a word with her subordinate later.
On the way in, I find the first maintenance ensign, and I'm like, "Ensign, I wanted you to make sure that you're out there repainting the hull where we got the scratch marks." He's just like, "Yes, Captain."
Gets out the roller.
Yeah. In his space
Oh,
suit.
that's what drones are for. You don't
It's
need,
like, the paint doesn't match. Oh,
you don't
has
need
to
to
be
go
painted
do
the whole
that
ship.
manually. We have drones for that sort of thing.
Yes, well, he's on punishment.
Like, yeah, put on your mag boots and walk outside to do the repainting. Wow.
Yakety yak, don't talk back.
Hey, if you're nice, I'll let you use a synth.
Dude.
All right. So you pull up to the station. The station has the tall, basically the middle spire. Unlike the other station, well, it still has the ring around the middle section with the spokes going out to it. But it also has at the top basically 4 long spokes with globes on the end, like 4 of them. And the station just kind of slowly spins.
Okay.
So you pull up, you hook up. When you come out of the ship and through the air dock to the actual station, there's a whole bunch of hob there. And you get hit with confetti as loud music plays.
Yeah, any
Okay.
confetti that gets too close to Diana's face just freezes in midair. And then as the rest of it falls away, she just sort of immediately drops it to the floor. And it doesn't even float, it just goes straight down.
Tayana puts a hand on Hawk's arm to keep her from drawing her sidearm. Because she strikes me as the sort who might do that if startled.
He just steps back away from the crowd and sort of tries to keep a low profile behind all the other crew members.
So this banner comes rolling down on top, says, "Welcome, humans!"
Wow, you put that together in 5 minutes. That is
Okay.
impressive. We gotta get
I
some of
see.
their printer technology.
So
Are you
the hobs
serious
come
about
up.
that, Captain?
What was that?
They welcome you onto the ship. Welcome to Underhill.
Thanks.
Underhill number 40,762.
328, but who's counting?
Okay.
Yeah. So the confetti are basically little kind of metallic plastic things, highly reflective, comes in many colors.
They
So
put
green and gold.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
They put a lot of work into their party technology. I can respect that.
So the Q-Tob comes up to the group. Hi, I'm Clara.
I'm Captain Andromeda Locke. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay. Well, if we want to go formal, my name is Clara Hillsfar.
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 Hills are clearly very important in their culture.
You've heard of the Hillsfar clan?
No. This is the first time I've had the pleasure.
Well, come with me. And she goes off. Music is playing on either side of you from their band. And in spite of what my imagination says, it's not mariachi.
Probably just as exuberant.
I don't think in character Tayana would have thought of this, but I'm just hoping that it's not one of those situations where we say, excuse me, we're not paying for any of this, and the band immediately stops and everybody goes away.
Yeah.
Funny you should mention that.
Yeah, we did away with currency on our world about 200 years ago.
Anyway, so they bring you through out into the promenade. Lots of food stands for you to try out, souvenir places. They have little gambling areas for you, and arcades and sports areas. They're showing everything off to you.
Okay.
Listing prices along the way as they go.
Well, see, at least they're telling us ahead of time, not just being like, oh, and here's the bill.
No. What they're doing is this. Oh, this is something really fun you might want to try, and it costs this much. Here's something else that would be really fun for you to try, and it costs this much.
Okay.
Oh, of course. Currency exchange. We should take you over to the bank.
Well, before we do that, you may want to talk about the station.
Pleasure before business. You want
Well,
to be relaxed when you start talking shop.
well,
I think we meant the other station,
the
the one that we're not on.
The 30-second rule of acquisition is you never do business on an empty stomach.
The rule of what?
I like that.
Captain, say what she wants.
There's currently 287 rules of acquisition. I'll get you a copy.
Please do.
Is this another?
This is
of your,
one of those
this is
weird
the
things
fandom
from the
things.
past,
Okay.
fictional things.
Right.
So,
Right.
we happened upon a distress call while we were in our travels.
Mm.
Turns out it was one of your stations.
Well, we can talk about that after we've had some fun.
Okay, sure.
So
You know what? Actually, you know what? I think I will say that in character. In character, Tayana with a completely straight face says, "Hawk here is allergic to fun."
Mm.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's gene therapy for that.
What
I
do you?
think Hawk had
What do you
enough
think, Hawk? Gene therapy?
gene therapy for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Sorry, had to do that.
I think that the Hobbs actually have gene therapy for being allergic to fun.
Zed, I don't think we can
Just
hear
thinking
you.
what genetics are.
I can hear Zed.
I'm not allergic to fun. It's
Okay.
just my idea of fun is different than yours.
Oh, you're the kind that likes the target shooting.
Target shooting's not bad.
All right,
What
then.
I really
okay.
like is to study technology.
Well, we could do
that's
something
true.
for that. Yeah. Well, anyway, to the bank. So they go to the bank. They offer you currency exchange.
So, when I said that we got rid of our currency 200 years ago, I really wasn't lying.
So what do you do for exchange of services or goods?
We don't. We're in a prosperous society right now.
Yes, and
And whatever we need, we can get.
All right.
We usually go with we usually go with bartering for that.
Barter. Right.
Yeah.
And of course, you would have something which would be an equivalent for exchange, correct?
Yes.
So a token of some sort.
In this case, we have a Hobbs station.
She's getting right down to it.
Ah. All right then.
Also, one Hobb janitor consciousness in this data crystal.
Ooh, yeah. We promised we'd try to do so. We promised we'd try to do something for him.
Cancel the wave pool and the sauna.
Have a wave pool?
Of course, we have a wave pool.
Oh.
All good Underhills have a wave pool.
Oh,
I'll
that
take
does
your
sound.
word for it.
Darn, that does sound fun.
But apparently business first. All right then. So off
Sorry.
the promenade to the middle spoke into the middle of the section, going up. Effectively, they take you to one of those top spheres, which is effectively a viewing room, where you get a nice view of the station down there and any ships that are coming and going, which there aren't at the moment, and the planets and the sun and everything. So she sits down and says, "All right, so what's this about the station?"
So we have a Hobbs station.
Well, we should explain what happened. Yes.
We received a distress signal. The station appeared to be phased out of this space-time reality.
Mm-hmm.
We
As we do.
Well, in this case, not only was it phased out, but I believe its entire population was phased out into space. The station went
Yeah.
without its population.
Yeah. Well,
That's a very interesting glitch. All
well,
right.
yeah. Basically, I figure we can tell the story of what happened, and also point out that, like, yeah, so we keep being asked over and over again about claiming the station as salvage, but we thought it belongs to you.
All right. So, I take it you're selling us the station.
Yes.
Okay, captain's decided on that.
Makes sense. Makes sense. What do you want for it?
A favor.
What favor?
Right now, humans have not been out in the galaxy for very long, and when we got there, we found out that apparently our ancestors had signed some treaties with the Ace Day.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently negotiating or renegotiating those treaties, and we'd like some support from a galactic neighbor. You know, kind of a hey, humans are great. It's okay if they explore.
Yes, I mean they just rescue your stations and then sell them back to you.
I'm giving it to you.
Oh, you're giving it to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, not selling.
A little bit of good word, and we just like a little bit of good word as a result. Nothing material.
My mom always warned me about the humans.
Oof. We're getting that too.
One moment. Takes a little pad, kind of a data crystal thing, taps away at it, looks things over. Oh, so that's the treaty. One moment. Read. Yeah. I can kind of see why they didn't want you guys to travel very far.
And it was hardly a fair restriction to put upon our ancestors who had no concept of the cosmos, now was it?
Well, except for the fact that you destabilized society.
Oh, that's humans
Your
anywhere.
society, not ours.
Oh, no. How best to put this? Take 10,000 humans. Put them on this station. The station stops working.
No, I can definitely see what you mean.
We're not that disruptive.
We are,
By
though,
existing.
Captain. By our nature, we really are. But
Just by
we'd
existing?
rather not
That's
have
not
to have
fair.
all of us simply go back to Earth and stay there.
I can understand that. And you want us to put in a good word for you. You'll have to understand the kind of situation that you're going to be putting everyone else in.
Do our best to refrain from causing too many difficulties. Not all of our leaders are quite as spontaneous as our captain.
It's true.
Okay. Tell you what. That's more their thing than our thing, though. We're not really into the medical sciences. That's more of an Aes Sedai thing. Damn it. We'd really like to know what makes you guys tick so we can find a way to prevent you from being that disruptive, which would allow you to travel further.
I'd be happy to welcome one of your crew into the science division. I am, in fact, the science officer of our ship.
We can do
Well,
that.
biological science is one anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe we should take you to one of the Thraken. That could work.
Before we do leave, we did make a promise to the one poor soul who ended up stuck on the ship, as it were, that we would try to see him recorporeated. We have technologies that might allow for this to work. If you think that more biomedical advice might be necessary in this case, we're happy to accept other experts in the field. But the best ideal result, with the permission of the soul in question and his family, would be to acquire a genetic sample on which to base a new body.
Yes.
We can have somebody look into that. Yeah, that's not a problem. So you want to renegotiate the contract, huh?
You might understand my leaders are already working on that with the captain of the Aeshidae ship that we left back in our solar system.
Did the Aeshidae mention that that the contract was made at the behest of the Thrakon?
No.
Right. We want to take you to the Thrakon, I think.
Okay.
Is the Thrakon a species or a person?
It's a species.
Okay.
Mhm.
It reminds
Alright.
me of somebody I knew named Technothraken.
Hashtag yes,
We
a
are
sponsor.
Yeah. Amazing.
You had to, didn't you?
Mhm.
Okay. Wow. Sure. All right. Yeah. Okay. You want to use one of our ships, or are you going to want to use your ship, or what?
I mean, we prefer our ship to go wherever we can. Of course, we'll need the coordinates.
Mhm.
If that's a problem, maybe one of your ships can tow us. We seem to be towed around a lot of places.
Yeah. Claire just kind of leans up to one side and looks out into space and goes, "It's not that far."
Oh, is it that planet over there?
No.
Is it that galaxy out there?
No.
Oh. We're starting to get into very far.
No.
Oh, are the Thraken here?
Uh,
So, like, I'll look out the window.
Are they in the
He's
room
looking
with
at the
us right
sun.
now?
They live in this galaxy's sun.
In the solar system
interesting.
sun.
Yes, that's what I meant to say.
you'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
Just as long as
Let's
it's
get
not
this over
some
with.
dude that snaps his fingers and it's like, Mon Capitan, welcome.
She's making another of those references.
Funny jokes from history, apparently.
Anyway, so your ship. Let's go to your ship then. Okay. She hops off her chair and heads out. Talks into her lapel. Yes, I am going to need 2 chanters with me at the human's ship. Thank you very much.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, we're going to be going to meet the Thraken. Yeah. She gets to your ship. Lead the way, Captain.
I'll lead her onto the ship.
Now about that wave pool.
Yeah.
Damn right.
All right, so you get back onto your ship. She waits, and another pair of hobbs shows up. They're dressed in basically kind of the same uniform, which is basically jacket, slacks. Only this has got like more embroidery into it. It looks more ceremonial. And they have these sticks, which have these little ridges on them. And they come onto the ship.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Let's get to the bridge.
Yeah. I'm like,
Okay.
I like, lean down to my lapel and I'm like, instant bell to the bridge.
Okay, Ensign Bell's on the bridge. Looks at the Hobbs. Looks at the Hobbs. Oh my.
So, Instant Bell, what do you know about the Thraken?
I know that if you're lucky, you will never live to see one, but apparently you're not that fortunate.
Apparently, neither are you.
Yes, apparently. I
Oh, what did they
recognize the
say?
outfits. So we're gonna go meet a Thrakon, are we?
Apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
One moment.
Mhm.
His eyes turn reflective.
Ooh, neat.
That's a neat trick.
Yeah, you might want to do that too.
But we don't have the option of doing that. What is it? Sunglasses?
Yes.
I'll just walk over to
Diana
the
goes and
replicator.
synthesizes some sunglasses.
Welding goggles.
Yeah, really strong
Yeah.
polarizing filters and stuff.
Just walk
Yeah,
over
I-
and
yeah.
hold my lenses up to the light so that they transition.
Okay.
Pinhole camera on the.
So the Hobbs points at the sun and says, "Go there.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you when to stop. How are your
Time to power up
shields?"
the shields.
Yeah. So you're going to be rolling shields.
and then they flung us into the sun.
No, not quite that close.
Well, good thing we invested in shields.
Yeah. So somebody roll shields.
Uh,
I'll roll
okay.
shield since I'm
Yeah, thank you.
doing that stuff.
I know it's on everybody's sheet, but yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Meow. Well, you want to play too?
Oh, is there a kitty?
Yeah. He's
So I
begging for
will
affection.
have
Aw.
a bunch of drones also go and help with this spy because they also have shields and they can sort of deflect some of the heat away while the main ship has most of
Oh,
it.
excuse me.
Sure, I'll give you an extra die.
So that's we're using D10s.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
So what looks like it will wind up happening is that we'll probably lose 2 captures, but still have enough to have at least 1 or 2 successes at the end.
So what's your first capture?
Well, the only thing we can capture here is we can either capture the 3 or we can cancel out the 7s.
Well, if you use a
So-
6 and a 1, you can take the 7.
Oh, can we use multiple dice to take?
It's the only way you can do it.
Okay. Sure, we'll do that then.
Okay, so you take the 7.
You don't want to cancel out one of the 9s with a 6 and a 3?
Oh, you could do that too. Yeah.
Sure, we'll do that.
Okay, so you capture one of the 9s. Their 9 will take your 7.
Okay, then we'll take the other 6 and the 1 to get their 7.
Yes, and then the 3's tie. So, all right, so you get 2 successes. They get 1 success. Okay, and then you have the leftover dice. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll use that leftover die to cancel any.
Yeah, because that
complication.
was going to be damage.
Okay.
All right, so you negate the damage. The ship goes closer to the sun. At a certain point, Clara tells you to stop the ship and just
Okay.
hold position.
Sure.
So the 2 chanters start singing, and what they have with the sticks is they run another stick on it, and it gives off different tones depending on how they move the stick.
Ooh, neat.
Is this the song that they used to summon Mothra?
It's a Close Encounters of the Third kind song.
Mothra. Well, after about 5 minutes of this, of nothing happening, the sun unfolds. And that's a dragon.
Nice.
The dragon.
Oh, wow.
It's effectively a nuclear furnace. Great wings, 4 limbs, long serpentine neck of fire. And like the brightness just washes over the ship. Um,
I'm gonna lean
Filters
down.
on.
I'm gonna lean down to Claire and be like, "Are all stars dragons?"
no, some are eggs.
Okay.
Scanning.
On.
Make sure we have all these signatures of all this stuff.
Yeah. So your scanners tell you that the temperature outside is 15 million degrees Celsius, which, by the way, is about the core of a sun.
Sure.
Yeah, this is now making me think of the Ray Bradbury story, Golden Apples of the Sun. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So, you hear its thoughts, which basically broadcasts through the ship like a wave. People down on the lower decks are basically kind of holding their heads and going, "Ow."
Ooh, is this better or worse
Can
for
I
those of
help
us
you?
who have psionics?
Here is an analgesic. Goes to help a robot.
Because the robots are completely fine. They don't have pain receptors.
Why have you called me? Oh, great, Thrakon. We are here to renegotiate the contract with the humans. There is silence. Are the humans with you now? Well, you see, great Thrakon, there are extenuating
Yes.
circumstances. It's not their fault. Did someone pick them up and bring them out then? No? No. Nobody broke the contract on our side. No, we're all good over here. Everything is fine. They lost the contract, great Thrakon. They lost the contract.
If I may.
But they've been very nice lately and very helpful. So I think maybe we should cut them some slack. Slack?
If I may.
We should
One
talk
moment.
to them.
It disappears.
Whole system plunged into darkness.
Yaha! The planets are slowly starting to lose their orbits. And a Farley being appears on the deck. The flames kind of died down to basically a low simmer, which is good because you guys all got a suntan like after a few seconds.
Yeah, and that's without being out in space. Yeah.
Humans.
Wow.
Thrakon. Pleasure.
I think what my captain means to say is greetings, great Thrakon. It is an honor to meet you.
So you'd be the diplomat of the group.
She is our communications officer, yes. She's far better at talking than I am.
Amusing.
Well, talking about some things.
So, you want to renegotiate the bargain?
If I may.
Yeah.
You may.
Sorry, was that addressing my character? Because this is the third time she's tried to interrupt.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I hope so, because, yeah, she's been trying to say something.
The civilization of our people with whom the contract was originally negotiated have been non-existent for several millennia.
Now,
our species is now united. It would be much less likely to have this error happen again.
I think the way the Uruk would have said it is, that sounds like a you problem. However, I'm in good mood right now.
Oh.
So, humans.
Yes. Well, in addition, we also have in addition we have much better recording technology now than we did at the time.
We thought stone was fairly permanent, but
Even stone weathers.
It's really better if you can record things for people to see themselves, I think.
Fair enough. Times have changed. So, do you know what the reason behind the bargain was for?
Not at all.
You were in the process of being exterminated.
Sorry, say that one more time.
You were in the process of being exterminated.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we'd really rather avoid that.
Yes, we negotiated to keep you alive on the understanding that you would not leave your system because they considered you an infection.
And who are they?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that. Important question here.
So, hold out its hand, and a flame image appears of large insect-like creatures.
Oh, sweet, the Herc.
No,
Hark?
this is something else.
The what?
Sorry, another Star Trek reference. Continue.
Hashtag not a sponsor. This game not brought
Definitely
to you by Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Definitely not.
your presence is antithetical to theirs.
Oh,
It seems to be that it's antithetical to a lot of people's, and
No. The
Nope.
difference is your presence in great numbers disrupts magic. These exist because of magic.
this is a Titan AE situation here.
A small handful of you, 5 or 6, your presence is enough to kill one of them.
Hmm.
I can actually see where they're coming from here.
Yes. But we do not believe in genocide, so we separated the two of you. They have their system and you have yours. If they find out that you've left your system, they will take that as an understanding that they can leave their system, and then we have a plague of locusts going through the galaxies.
So in other words, they were a problem for more than just us. They were a problem for you as well.
Not me so much.
Have you ever seen Ender's Game?
Of course
No, I
not.
do not believe I
Nobody
have.
Diana
knows
actually
that.
knows that one. Diana actually knows that one.
Far better
Tiana
reference than
doesn't.
Starship Troopers.
So,
We come with large fly swatters now.
Oh,
so do you still want to renegotiate?
Well, I think we have some people back at our system who are trying to arrange that. So I think what we really want is for them to be the ones negotiating.
No, the Thracon does not casually take out the Dorito hashtag non-sponsor and eat it.
By the way,
just dumb.
I meant to ask: Does he see the captain's true nature?
The
nature that she herself does not know about?
Yeah, very likely. No, not going to comment on it.
Okay.
Ooh, secrets.
Yes, there are secrets. All right. I guess.
Kind of reminds me of Tatiana in her original campaign.
I have a feeling your people would be disturbed if your son was to wake up.
Very likely.
We've seen it all at this point.
Yeah, I can just imagine the Earth government looks up. What the?
Now, our people also are against genocide.
Now,
generally speaking, yes.
Yes.
6,000 years ago.
Diana elbows the captain.
Hush! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah.
No need to bring up
shut
that the
up.
shady old government was taken down like 20 years ago, Max.
Yeah.
Captain, come here.
Oh, Sure. I'm not going to get burned, am I?
Funny you should say that. Poke. Little burn mark on your forehead between the eyes.
Ow.
You'll be carrying me to your world.
Oh.
And then
neat.
disappears. The sun grows back.
Oh. So
Planets
that's
start
re-enter their
resuming
now
their
shifted orbits.
slightly disturbed orbits.
that's how they that's how they manage the entire business of like traveling of making diplomatic missions without causing an entire star system to fly apart.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Drift off into space.
Most gods work with avatars.
Would you like to date my avatar? She's a star.
No.
In this case, literally.
Yeah. Darn it.
Like, I'm gonna, like,
Why
you know,
can't darn it, why can't more insectile aliens be like Alan Dean Foster's Thranks, who absolutely love humanity and are best friends? Now I'm making the geeky references.
Well, the Hivers did enter an alliance with the humans.
Yeah.
But
So the captain
only
is
after fighting a war against them.
Yeah. So the captain's body temperature is a little bit higher than normal.
I guess that
Diana's
means we're
gonna make
going
sure
back
that
home.
this isn't such a high fever pitch that the captain's proteins are going to start denaturing.
I don't think it's that high.
Yes, we don't want the captain melting from the inside out. That would be horrific.
No, about 3 degrees higher than normal.
He's fine.
Oh.
You know, for, you know, people saying that we cancel out magic and stuff, they sure seem to, like, use magic on me a lot. Anyways.
Diana just gets out some burn salve, slathers it over the mark.
Some aloe gel. Just now I've got green on my forehead.
Actually, you've got clear on your forehead because you aren't getting any of the photosynthetic pigments.
So Clara says, so we're going back to your system?
Do you want to come?
Yes.
Oh, you don't want to.
You're
like,
welcome to.
You don't want to
Oh,
get your
good.
space station back first?
We have people for that. Just send the information and we'll deal with it back there.
Okay.
Oh, good. I was kind of worried that we'd offended you. That we'd offended you terribly earlier.
Disappointed, but not offended.
Oh, good.
I'm sure we have things to trade that will make up for our lack of money.
Oh, I'm certain. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. She smiles.
Yeah.
Like, everything's fine. It's fine.
Belle kind of looks at the smile, looks at the group, kind of leans over and just kind of whispers very quietly, they're friendly, but they're cutthroat. Nice for them as a social strategy.
Got that.
Yeah, I just lean back and go like,
Science
"So are we?"
officer from earlier.
I just lean back and go, "So are we?"
All right. So-
Go and sit down in the captain's chair, and I'm like, "Helm, take us home."
All right, Captain.
Okay, so we will pause here.
That seems like a good place to leave off. Yeah.
I got you guys to finally see the dragons.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was very cool.
The implication that the sun
on.
is an egg is terrifying, especially since it's what's powering our starships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
what are they gonna?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. How are they gonna feel about that? We'll see.
Oh, they're aware.
Yeah. Probably tickles.
Oh.
It's like, you're pulling on me. Interesting.
Okay. Well, at least it's not like torture or something.
No.
Okay.
No.
Good.
That would only happen
Sorry,
once.
what was the phrasing?
At least it's not torture or something.
No, I meant the phrasing of what the dragon said.
You're pulling on me.
Okay. Maybe like tugging on a loose scale or something.
So what's actually happening is like So there's two pieces quantumly entangled. One in the star, one in the core of the ship. Energy that the star is emitting is literally passing from the star and into the core of the ship, and that powers the ship. So,
You could call it a dragon line.
Ken.
Ooh, hey, there we go. Okay.
I finally got to use that.
You got to use your dragon line?
Yeah, I got to use my dragon line. Yeah. I'm like, huh. So this is how your ship works, huh? Interesting.
Mhm.
That's how this drive system works.
Yeah.
There are other drive systems that we're working
Is
on
that
too.
why the Aeshidae found the way that our ships work so intriguing? Because they knew about the dragons.
Ah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Bardick's response, that makes a supernova more like a hatching. Yes.
Or a death.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
say,
Well, think Phoenix.
yeah. A little column A, little column B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you to all our
Yes.
viewers.
Mhm.
And like I said, if we ever get 10 viewers at the same time, we will be doing a draw for a free RPG. So tell your friends, try to get more people here. It helps us and it'll help you.
Yep.
Kit, I got a question on this. You've
Yes?
been saying about like wanting to get 10 viewers. I'm
Mhm.
seeing far more than 10 users in the chat.
Because I only see 4.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in the chat.
Wow, 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
well, I
like-
guess we can do a draw then.
We'll have to
Is
figure
that
out where that discrepancy is coming
concurrent, or is that
from.
over a period of time, but not all at once?
That's what's in there right now. I'm seeing
1, 2,
14
3,
people.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Hmm.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, yeah. How many of those are bots, though?
That's a good question. I don't know how we would find out.
Yeah,
Ah.
because I
Would
recognize a
bots
few
be
names.
capable of sounding off with something unique?
Usually no. That's just it.
What purpose would it serve to have?
Well, this is what we'll do.
Okay.
Okay. So we will not count obviously Moobot, Stream Elements, or Rachel Dark on this list. Mezzo, roll a die based on the number of people that are here.
Okay. Eight.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be Mark Zink. So if Mark Zink sends us a private message giving their email address, we will contact them and see about giving them a game.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And if we don't get a reply, well,
Maybe next time.
maybe next time. All right. So thank you, everybody, for showing up.
Yes.
Have
Thanks
a good
for
evening,
watching.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Take care, everyone.
Have a
Bye.
good
Look
Have a good
forward
night.
to seeing you next week.
Yes. Hope so.